Hello, I'm David Mamano, the host of the Optimize Show. So happy that you are able to join us on this lovely Wednesday morning. Thanks for being here today. Have a great guest on the show today. Not only a guest, but a friend, Bruce Zicari from the Bonadio Group. Bruce, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Dave. Great, glad to be here.
So excited to have you here. I've known you for a long, long time. I have used Bonadio for many services in the past, and I know a lot of people that have. And you have been there 27 years. So you started out, I want to say, low man on the totem pole, but you have grown from, here, and now you're the CEO and managing partner of the group. So great success story. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
And when I was with the firm, Tom Bonadio, who's it named after, was still running the show. And he still had time to work with me, which I always appreciated. I was just a small little business, and Tom was probably running some, much bigger accounts, but he always made time for me, and I really appreciated that. And so would love to start out. I mean, you guys are doing phenomenal. I believe you're the largest firm in upstate New York, correct? You're expanding into Dallas. You've launched new service lines, which we're going to talk about. But let's just go back to the start when young Tom Bonadio started the firm. Maybe give us the elevator journey of how it got to where it is today from that point.
Sure, be happy to. So Tom worked at Arthur Andersen right out of college. He worked there for about 8 years, and at a very young age, him and his original partner and his mother ventured out and formed what is now Bonadio and Company. And Tom was an aggressive, entrepreneurial young guy, wanted to bring together all the different services that could help a company be successful. And his mother was his original administrative assistant, and so it's a great story there. And from the beginning days, started the firm, and every year it just incrementally grew and grew. And I joined the firm in 1996. We were $2.5 million in revenue and about 40 people. And 27 years later, we're about a $165 million firm. Wow. And over 1,000 people. Wow. And Tom's philosophy again was we're gonna be the best at what we do in terms of providing the consulting services, the tax and the audit and that type of thing. But the clients really wanted more than that, right? I mean, tax and audit you have to do. We have to be good at it. But he brought all kinds of different subsidiary services, financial related services, so that we could service any business of any size from cradle to grave, right? And no matter where they were in their life cycle, no matter what services they needed, we would bring the best of the best to the table. And that's always been his philosophy, is that we all specialize in different things at the Bonadio Group. It's not my client, it's our client, and we bring the best people to the table based on the needs and wants and goals of each individual client. And that's really how we've grown from, in upstate New York, where there was no growth over many years. We've been able to have some pretty significant growth, and I think now we're the 43rd largest firm in the country. So. Wow. It's been a great,
Rochester, New York, right?
Who would figure, right?
Yeah.
It's been a great adventure. It's been a great, many years of growth and providing opportunities for people. So it's been a lot of fun.
Well, I like you were brought on board, we were talking before, to start like a small business division, right? And a lot of accounting firms that want to think big, they'll focus on, firms with, 300, 400, 500 people plus, X million in revenue. But you never know when, we're here in Rochester, New York, Tom Golisano, the founder of Paychex. So, imagine, which is now a multi-billion-dollar company, and I think Tom's worth what, I think he wrote in his book $4 billion or something, right? But imagine in the early 70s, a young Tom Golisano walks in one of these firms and they turn him away because he's too small. They'd be really regretting that today, right? So you never know, what are these small companies that you help may turn into one of those big unicorn companies someday, right?
You never know. We've had many of those situations over the years.
Yeah.
And I came from a background. I small family accounting firm with my father and grandfather, and we served small business, and they were our friends. They were, we did everything we could. They were, we put everything into it, and I really enjoyed working with entrepreneurs that were growing their companies and working with them almost on a daily, weekly basis, helping them solve problems. They didn't have a full-time CFO. They didn't have a full-time marketing HR person. We provided a lot of that advice, a lot of that counsel, and that to me was a lot of fun. So when I came to Bonadio, Tom really recognized that was an underserved market in Rochester and upstate New York, and in upstate New York, the core. There's small business is 95% of upstate New York, right? It's a huge part of our market, and I think small businesses require like a different set of services, a different type of attention than medium or larger businesses. So we really from day one set our small business group up to make sure that we were able to provide kind of that general business advice that they need every day, and to be available and to and then to surround them with all the services that the Bonadio Group provided, which I couldn't do when I was on my own. There was only so much I could do. Now I get to Bonadio and I can bring all these different services that they need and all these different experts that they need to the table. And many of our small businesses have grown to be substantial clients and have migrated to other areas of the firm to be served.
Yeah. Well, you probably humbly like to take a little credit for that. Maybe what you offered them, the guidance, the advice, the experience, help them get there, right?
I love to help clients, and you always want to make a difference, right? That's why we're here. We're here to make a difference in our clients' lives and help them be successful and help them reach their goals. And that's what kind of gets me up in the morning every day.
Yeah, that's awesome. So on the Optimize show, we'd like to talk about optimizing parts of your business. So you started out, obviously, accounting, auditing, all that great stuff. But as times changed and your clients grew and their needs grew, you started offering some different services that you thought they needed, right? It's much easier to sell more things to a current client than it is to get new clients all the time, right? So I know that you have a lot of different services these days. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about those.
Over the years, that was our goal, right? To surround our clients with value add services, help us to be their trusted advisor. And over the years, we built and brought on different. We would look in the community and say, okay, who's the best at providing financial services? And we'd bring them in. They'd be part of our Bonadio Group. They'd be a partner with us, and that would be their goal and their mission, is to serve our clients from financial service related services, money management, financial planning, wealth management, that type of thing. We have a temporary staffing company, again, bringing on the best people we can find in the community to run that practice, to grow that practice, and to dedicate their services to our clients. So we have a receivable management company. We have an outsourced accounting group that'll take over an entire accounting department for a small to medium-sized business. So we have a marketing lead generation company that's been very helpful in helping our clients grow. So that's kind of been our philosophy and our business model is we're not necessarily going to take an accountant and train them to be a financial services type money manager, but we're going to go in the community and find the best of the best and bring them and have them help us grow those businesses.
Great. What is the number one challenge in your field today?
People.
People,
like
three Ps.
I think everybody has that, right? We're growing leaps and bounds, and like many people, especially over the last several years, we just can't find enough people. And in accounting, there's less and less people going into accounting, so that makes it even more challenging. I think we're doing everything in our power to make sure that we protect our culture as we grow. We do exit interviews when our people leave. They all say the culture is awesome. So they don't leave because of the culture. Sometimes they move, sometimes they go into different, professions or work in private industry or that type of thing. But we have a very low turnover rate. We attribute that to our culture. That's extremely important. We're doing everything we can to make sure our people have that work-life balance. People don't want to work like we all worked years ago, that in the public accounting profession. So we're really trying to, year after year, make sure that it's a good quality of life, that they're not working too much, but we certainly still work hard, but we're trying to kind of make sure there's a little more balance in everybody's lives. We have a lot of special events and special days that we throughout the year, that we kind of keep our people together, have them doing some special things throughout the year to really help build our culture.
Yeah. I know, I feel like it breaks my heart that fewer and fewer young people want to get into accounting, because if you're meant for it, it's such a great career, right? And it's lucrative, and you really help people. I almost feel like there needs to be like a TV show about this super accountant, then people, I want to do that, CSI accounting or something like that, right?
There are some really cool and interesting things that we do as accountants. It's
forensic accounting,
fraud and forensic accounting.
Yeah.
There's so many neat things. There's cybersecurity consulting. There's all kinds of planning services, strategic planning, succession planning. So we have a big consulting team. So if somebody decides, a young person comes in, and they might work in our audit group or our tax group, and they may end up pivoting to, hey, I really want to go into the transaction advisory group. I want to do M&A work, and I want to do fraud and forensic work.
Yeah.
So again, that's another advantage of us bringing all these services together. Not only does it help our clients, it gives a lot of career opportunities for our people. The traditional accounting, audit, and tax is not for everybody.
Yeah.
But that's the beautiful thing. There's typically something for everybody in the public accounting space, and when you talk about it, not everybody realizes that, especially high schoolers looking to go into college and finding a career path. So we're really trying to get out and promote the profession. We're trying to get out to the high schools and talk about all the cool things there are to do. So we've been working on that.
And I know it's really busy tax season, right? When does that start for you guys? Like January, February?
Yeah, it's January, typically mid-January to mid-April.
Yeah, it's just go.
But
then after that, you get a little break, right?
The tax people do, but there's so many other things we do in our firm that there's a busy season throughout the year for
each one. Yeah.
We do a lot of work for nonprofit organizations. That they're busy through the end of May. We do school district and college and universities. They're busy in the summer.
Yeah.
We do employee benefit plans, a big practice there. So all these different niches or different practices have different busy seasons. So
right.
So again, and then we're very careful about. If somebody's going to work in our tax team and they're busy through April, we're not going to put them into a employee benefit group, practice and have them work, and be busy through the summer, right? We're trying to really make sure we're well aware of that and give people downtime and breaks.
Yeah. Now you mentioned some of the perks you're doing, not only for young people but for everybody, but a lot of it is to recruit the young people. Specifically, what are some of the things that you've seen that they're looking for, and how are you accommodating that?
So, part of our culture is we're a purpose-driven organization, right? We truly believe that we're here to, for a reason, and our kind of Bonadio purpose is to grow, right? Grow our practice, grow our clients. It's to create opportunity, and it's to strengthen our communities, give back to our communities. We really feel like we have an obligation to do that, and we have a one day a year. We just had it a few weeks ago. It's in August of every year. It's called our annual Purpose Day. We get 1,000 people, all of our people. They come together. They work at 34 charitable organizations across the state and into New York City and Dallas. and they work a half a day doing projects, and whether it's helping paint or weed or clean or whatever that charitable organization needs, we do. And it develops a great sense of purpose, a great sense of camaraderie. When you think about what 1,000 people can do working 4 or 5 hours in one day, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And then afterwards we have a picnic where we get everybody together in our various locations.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell you that's their favorite day of the year.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, and I know I'm getting a sense, not only your company, but a lot of other companies with this newer generation. You and I started in the workforce. We were, certainly judged on work, but also hours, right? Our work may have been done by 1 p.m., but we had to stay to 5, right? And like, what are we doing? Okay. And it seems like today's companies, yours included, is, let's judge on results, not necessarily hours, right? Because, a lot of young people today will, maybe they're gonna, not be there at 9 a.m., but they're working at 9 p.m., right? So
that's absolutely right. We 5 or 6 years ago, we put in an unlimited paid time off program. And, certainly everybody has to get their work done, right?
Yeah.
But, some people, if you're real focused and you're efficient at what you do, you're typically able to take some more time off, right?
Yeah.
And our people appreciate the latitude, the discretion they have to, there's no reason to be at work if you're not busy, right? We don't want you there just to, for FaceTime.
Yeah.
Right after April 15th, our tax and small business group, they're not busy. So why should they be there just to save vacation time and that type of thing? So that's been a very successful program, and people have taken, again, it's not there to just to carte blanche, take whatever time you want, but it's there to give you flexibility to take time off when you need to go to your child's games, go out of town for a lacrosse game or a hockey game, take vacations. If you're not busy, go home and spend time with your family. So it's been a great program, and I think our people really appreciate the latitude they have with that.
So, hearing unlimited PTO would probably, really scare a lot of CEOs, people thinking like, they're going to take advantage of it, I'm going to get screwed. In all honesty, in your experience, how often do you get taken advantage of?
We put trust in our people, and we really find that they don't take advantage of it. And, there's oversight, there's guidelines, right? It's not just do whatever you want. There's some guidelines in place. But, you find if you give people, you trust them to make good decisions, you give them good guidelines, and there's some good oversight, they don't take advantage of it, and they really do appreciate it. So we measure it every year. On average, people take a little bit more than kind of that they used to under the old system, but it's not it's not taken advantage of.
You're growing. You're still growing.
Still growing.
No, I did the same thing when I had my company, and at first, I was wondering, is this going to get taken advantage of? But it didn't. And I think that starts with the hiring process, right? If you're taking the time to hire A players, they're going to get the job done. And they're not going to take advantage. They're going to appreciate and honor these gifts that you're giving them, right? So it's a win-win.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. If you hire the right people, and you trust them, and you again give them guidelines and oversight, they're going to make the right decisions. I find that over and over again.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. So where do you see the Bonadio Group, 10 years from now?
Well, I think that we're certainly expanding not only in the Northeast but into Dallas. That's been a great market for us. We have some very big clients there. We're in October. We're doing a merger and adding another 85 people to our Dallas presence.
Wow.
So I see that market growing substantially. I see the Northeast and down into the Southeast. I see more growth geographically. We're in the midst of redoing or doing our new 3 to 5 year strategic plan. I think we'll finish this year off at $200 million. And our goal would be to double in size in 5 years. And again, certainly it's not growth for growth's sake, but it's growth to continue to be able to provide the resources and the value-add services our clients need, and its growth to provide opportunities for our people. So when they're ready to go to the next level, when they're ready to or desire to be a partner, that there's always that opportunity, and we really pride ourselves on that. I mean, we'll probably make 11 partners as of this January 1. Probably make between 5 and 10 partners a year, and that's something we're proud of. Providing that opportunity, and especially in upstate New York. So it's been fun.
That's fantastic. Last question: why Dallas of all places?
So Dallas, I'd like to say it was a strategic move, but what happened was we have a very large client there, and they persuaded us to be in Dallas.
Nice place to go in February, right?
Yeah, well, I've gotten stuck in snowstorms in Dallas in January, believe it or not. But it actually, and we have a partner that spends a lot of time there with that client. And we got there, and our client was very gracious, introduced us to a lot of contacts that they had, and it turned out to be a great market for us. I mean, we are growing like crazy in Dallas.
Wow.
And the market, the Dallas market is red hot, right?
Yeah.
So after 5 years, we said, we should probably invest more in this market, and we have, and we are, and so we're excited to add this next, to add to the foundation we have. We're excited about the firm that we're going to merge in with ours, and I think will be powerful in Dallas. It'll really be competitive in that market.
Yeah, that's excellent. Very cool.
Yeah,
excellent. Just don't become a Cowboys fan.
Bills all the way.
All right, very good. Excellent. Well, Bruce Zicari from the Bonadio Group, thank you so much. If people are saying, wow, love Bruce, love Bonadio, I want to get in touch, maybe use their services, how do they get in touch with you?
You can call me directly at any time, or certainly any one of our partners. I mean, we're very prevalent in the community. Our website, bonadio.com.
You got that before anyone else did.
We got that first. So we're around, and we'd love to help other businesses grow in our markets.
Very good. Well, congratulations on all the success. It's a great Rochester, New York success story. We're proud of you and proud of the company.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bruce. And thank you, everybody, for watching another great episode of The Optimize Show. I'm Dave Bomano, your host. Go to our website, go to our YouTube page, like us, love us, share us, the whole works. We're growing, and it's thanks to you. Have a great day. Make sure to stay awesome.